Over 6, no, joking. Eric Reyes, soy de Brole, I'm from Brole. I was a teacher at Calexico High School for 16 years.
Yeah!
Lenny Chidas was my student, so Mary Perry was my student. Bill Hodge, we and I was my colleague. You know, the mas was, ya sabes. I don't know what I did, but you guys know. After 16 years, I ran a nonprofit for 10 years. That didn't go very well either, but aquí estoy. After that, I worked for the union, IBW Electrical Trainers Center. And then now I'm currently unemployed, looking for work. That's why Nacho hired me today. So, gracias a Dios que me dio esta oportunidad. Like Danny said, Danny Chidas and I, we talked about this. You know, they used to come to my classroom 15 minutes before school was out, and the proctor, Chidas, vete cabrón. And that's what they talk in Calexico, right? Take him off campus because the gangs were gonna kick his ass every day. Every single day. They had not diagnosed him with ADHD, now they have, gracias a Dios. So I thank you, Danny. I hope you're on your meds today. Okay. And I got a call from one of the comedians. He says, Eric, ¿qué pasó? Where is that place? Like, I have never been there. ¿Cómo que no? You haven't been there. Bien famoso, del Camacho. No, dice en el flyer TBD. En el centro, es nuevo. I go, no, chale, to be determined. To be determined. Aquí estamos, and he's here today. Gracias. Sí se puede.
Alright, there you go. See, ladies, this guy doesn't need help. You can roll down. Now we have Gil Rebollo. What's your real name? Like Gilberto or something? Okay, cool. Watch out, no drinking.
This is awkward. You know, when Eric told me that he taught Daniel, I was like, either Eric looks really young or Daniel looks really old. I'm just gonna fuck with Daniel all night. So no, you know, my name's Gil Rebollo. No, but people say, you know, I'm Mexican, but people say I'm like whitewashed. But, you know, growing up, I did like partake in like Mexican like traditions, like loteria. I used to play loteria. For those of you who don't know, for the white people in here, it's like bingo, but for Mexicans. But my favorite one growing up when I was little was the square with the mermaid, the topless mermaid. You know what I'm La Chichona or whatever. I don't know. But it was my favorite because that was like the first time I ever saw a pair of tits. Like, oh my god. Like, I'd go in the bathroom, I'd cut off all the little squares. My dad would be like, where's all these squares missing on these cards? I don't know. Anyways, that's me. I'm Gil Rebollo. I host this show called Small Town News, where I interview people like Bill Hodge. You can tune in and listen to Bill Hodge talk about his nuts, masturbation, and all kinds of other things that city council members should talk about. And I also do like a weekend broadcast when I do like the news and make fun of it. And it's pretty cool, so check it out. Facebook, www.facebook.com/STN show. On my website, smalltimernewspodcast.com. And to be informed of what's going on, what's going on, and hopefully I can do my part. So thank you guys, it's going to be a great show. The comics are very funny, I know them, so give a round of applause for them and thank you.
That's cool, that's cool. See, you know, it calls me all this stuff and dark and whatever, but homie, I get real women. I'm not jerking off to some pictures like you. I'm sorry. You know, when someone's a little Asian seasoned, they know what to do.
My leg's broken.
Alright, that's right.
Little troll.
Oh, and bang, better than your pictures. Okay, we're gonna call our first comic up here, please, okay? Little Bit, where are you, homie? Alright, let's give a hand to Little Bit! Hey, make sure you guys don't step on him. Let him come walk in.
Guys, hold him up.
Que se vaya el hombre.
Hey,
Little Bit! Oh, there he is. Ready? You want to pick you up too? Alright. Cálmate, Cyborg. Ahorita estaba Cyborg y Clark Kent aquí arriba. You know what? I'm a little bit, and don't ask me why they call me a little bit. A little bit, you should know. Bueno, pues I'm glad to be here tonight, and I'm the first comic, I guess. Somebody told me, hey, can you be the first one? Because los otros cabrones no tienen huevos. He saw mine. They're big. No, but and then they were asking, hey, so when are we gonna know that our 5 minutes are up? And I was like thinking about it, like, fuck, for real, how are we gonna know? So I brought my timer. It takes 5 minutes. So Eric, you wanna be my stopwatch? So when your hair gets dark, ya se me acabó el tiempo. ¿Cierto o no cierto? A ver, que griten las mujeres. Que griten los hombres. Ah, cabrón, dije los hombres, no los jotos. And you know what? And they were saying like, oh, we gotta be careful, you don't stutter, ¿sabe qué? Pero ¿sabes qué? Si eres un tartamudo, if you stutter, you're fucked, that's it, you lost. So don't even come up here, just let it go. Because when you get up here, you're gonna be like, ya te chingaste, güey. Ya no la vas a hacer. Es la neta, ¿sí o no? Les voy a hablar de mi mamá. Mi mamá, my mother, back then when I was small, when I was a kid. As you know, as you can see, I'm not a big comedian. Literally, I'm not. I'm not a big comedian, I'm not George Lopez. How many George Lopez fans do we have here? What about Gabriel Iglesias? Damn, there was my show, man. I can't do shit anymore. But I remember when I was small and I was walking to school and I saw this kid with the lunchbox, right? And remember those lunchboxes that we had back in the days? How many people from the 69s and 80s? Okay, we had those lunchboxes, right? And I remember I telling my mom, I want a lunchbox like that one. And it was a Shazam lunchbox. Yo quería una lonchera así como ellos. Y decía, Mom, please, I want a lunchbox like that, please, please. Oh, ¿quieres el lunchbox, cabrón? Sí, mamá. Ok, ¿cuál quieres? Yo le dije, pues de Shazam. Ah, sí, cabrón. Y miren, esto es lo que hizo mi mamá. Shazam, dijo así. Ahí está tu lonchera, cabrón. ¿De veras, mamá? Ahí está. Oh, porque no dice Shazam. Ok. Y mira, para que miren que vengo preparado, cabrón. Le puso así. Shazam. Ahí está, cabrón, mira, baratita, gratis, y no pasa, y yo estoy llorando y me dice, oh, espérate, es que le falta el rayo. Y le That was my mom back in the days, okay? Y yo estaba llorando, y dijo, no llores, cabrón, mira, si se llega a romper, así se rompe, agarramos otra gratis, Shazam. Y yo estaba llorando, I was crying, Mom, please, no. Oh, te falta el termo. Y me dice mi mamá, ahí está tu termo, cabrón. Esa era mi mamá. Y vamos a hablar de algo muy bonito que pasa en México. No estamos hablando del PRI. En el PAN. Una vez íbamos para Peñasco and I had to stop to the restroom, and I did this one time, okay? We were going to Peñasco, we stopped at Pemex. ¿Saben qué es Pemex? No. Está a un lado pegado del Oxxo. No se preocupen, nunca se van a perder. Pues entré al baño, I went to the restroom, and I wanted to pee, right? And there was only one urinal and one toilet, but the toilet was locked. And the urinal, have you guys been to Pemex? Yes or no? Hombres. No las mujeres, hombres. El baño de los hombres. The urinals are this fucking high. They're high. Okay? And I had it. Yo me andaba meando, yo andaba así. Ya saben, ¿no? Saco la media para que se mire más chido. Porque dicen que lo que primero que nosotros sacamos como hombres para mear es otra cosa, pero no, yo saqué las nalgas. Ay, güey, ¿qué voy a hacer? No había otra. Porque la puerta estaba atracada, it was locked, so I couldn't go in there because somebody was in there. So what I had to do, guess what? This is what I did to be able to be in that place. I had a jump to be able to pee. Y lo más gacho, que cuando volteé, el pinche zinc estaba así de bajito. I could have just turned around and como si nada. So I really thought that my nightmares were all gone. Y fui a Chabelas en Brones. Puta madre, I go into the restroom. Oh my goodness. I thought that my nightmares were gone. When I went in there, the fucking same thing. The urinal was this fucking tall. But this time, don't tell nobody, okay? I pee in the sink. Se quedó todo amarillo esa madre, pero it wasn't me. Well, that's me. This is a little bit, this is what you get. I think my favorite, a ver, ese es un pelo negro lyric. Well, thank you very much. This is me. I know my family is here tonight. That's it. Sorry for coming. Thank you very much. Hey, have a blast, guys. And you know what? The otros cabrones, they said they didn't want to come up because you guys weren't going to be too tipsy to laugh about the jokes. Pero yo nomás dije una cosa, dije, si no se ríen, voy a poner un pinche letrero ahí arriba que diga, chingue su madre el que no se ría. Little bit, guys, let's give him a hand. Come on. Our second comedian up, his name is Chris Arellano. Chris Arellano. He's coming from his mom's basement, occasionally playing I don't know what the hell he's writing there because I can't understand. It's like X's and O's. What the hell is that? So it's a love note to you, dude. I love your work at Bloodsport, but except he didn't eat Van Damme, so yeah. Thanks for coming up today, guys. I appreciate you for coming here instead of the Justice League movie and watching Superman with his Freddie Mercury mustache. You know, cheesy crazy. Wow, that's freaking loud. The other day I killed an Indian and I stole land from a Mexican and I bought a black person and then a white person said, hey, stop stealing our culture. You know, he wasn't very happy about that. But I find race to be a very interesting subject. It's the most interesting and least important and thing that people take most credit for. Like, we take credit for falling out of our mom's vagina, like we had anything to do with our skin color, you know? And speaking of Hispanic culture, quinceañera is a very important day in a young lady's life. It's the first day she can officially become a bitch, you know? So, and a lot of people talk about Mexico the way they talk about oral sex. You go, Mexico, ugh, I don't go down there, you know? And just like going down, sometimes the line is fucked up, you know? But you still gotta go down there. And you know us Mexicans, we don't apologize for shit. We just say, are you hungry? You know? So if someone says if you're hungry after a fucking fight, that means the beef is squashed, right? You know? And another thing, us Mexicans don't buy alarms for homes. What we do is we paint a Virgin Mary mural on the side of the wall and hope that the person that's gonna murder you is a fucking God-fearing Catholic, right? And, you know, my mom should have ran for fucking president. And you know why? Because she's good at debating. You know, especially, anytime I try to argue with you, they should have thrown in debates. It's like, Miss Ariano, what would you have done for a Middle Eastern priest in the, you know, area to help with the situation? She would go, mi corazón, ay, you know? And every once in a while, she'd grab the right side, you know? Every once in a while, Mom, your heart's over here. Like, ay, chica tu madre, güey. You know? So, and it's fun, another thing that's funny to me is in Spanish, they're just like Eskimos have many words for snow. In Spanish, there's many words for shit. There's mierda, caca, popó, excremento, you know? And there's only fucking one word for soap. What the fuck is up with that? And I think Mexicans, I think robots are the Mexicans of the future because they take away American jobs, they work for cheap, and no one cares if you kill one, especially if it's a cop doing it, right? Oh, too close to home, fuck you guys. Yeah. But being in a border city, you know, you gotta be bilingual, but everyone's trilingual. You fucking try to speak English and Spanish and fail at both. You know, I don't understand East LA Mexicans. It's like they have a Spanish accent and don't speak Spanish. How the fuck do you do that? And they're all named Junior, you know? I don't understand that. Hey, Junior, fucking 50 people turn around. You know? And anyways, and also over here, some cultural differences. If you say buenas tardes over there, buenas tardes, It doesn't matter, you know who they are. You do that here, they look at you like a lizard, like Nicolas Cage. And she goes, oh, get the fuck out of here, you know? It's like they don't have manners over here, you know? I don't want to do that shit. And also the difference between Mexican and American news is the American news is, if you have children around, you might want to put them away because this is very graphic. You know? Mexican news is like, if you guys just saw that, your kids are fucking traumatized for life, so, you know, but at least they wear a skirt up to here. And the shorter the skirt, the worse the news is, you know? So if that chick is naked, you know, there's gonna be World War III, you better fucking run. So, and anyone watch the Jetsons growing up, the Jetsons cartoons? Anyone aware of the Mexican Jetsons? Anyone know? And Roy. Yeah, El Roy. And it's nice to know that he wasn't a servant or something. They had a robot doing that. See? I told you, robots are Mexicans of the future, I'm telling you. So, and going away from all that, I noticed kids are getting stupider and stupider, but then again, we played with like milk caps as pogs. So that's pretty dumb. At least now they're playing with these things called, they're called virgin testers, or they're fidget spinners. So if you own one, you're a virgin basically. I own 5. So it's none of your fucking business, all right? But I'm thinking about starting the 90s tribute female rap group. I'm thinking about calling it Salty Peppa. I don't know what you think, but it's an homage, but no one's cared to join me, but it's just me. So. And also, never push a black cow because they don't tip, you know? That's right. Oh, I can tell a lot of people never worked as a waiter or a bartender, you know? It's okay, I'm 1/64 black, I think. Thanks, Mom. You ever watch TV and the commercial says, now made with real cheese. What the hell was I eating before? And you had to eat that? You know? Back then they just called it food, now they just spray paint it orange and hope you don't die from it. Oh, and if Tinder opened a restaurant, you would order a hamburger and get a 40-year-old pizza, you know? That's so rude when you take a picture with 2 friends and hope that you don't get the ugly one. At any rate, you know, another thing, I've been getting a lot of music requests while having sex, just play along, okay? I've been getting a lot of music requests while having sex, and one of them was, they keep asking for the Police, but I don't have any of their albums. All right, my name is Chris, and thank you so much for your time. You have a great day. This stage is not fabulous for anyone.
All right, let's give it up for Chris Arellano. Come on. All right. Okay, I need to just work with me here. So how's this sounding over here on this side? Sucks. See, all this equipment here is Molina's. I told him, don't buy that. He's like, oh no, it's not gonna offer. I'm like, see what you got. All right. So I said, is it okay? Can you guys hear me in the back? Yes? Okay. How about this one over here? Are you guys good? Can you hear? You can't even hear anything, huh? You're like, oh, son. Oh, yeah, all right. Our next comedian up. By the way, all comedians. This is a note for all comedians. When you're up here, there's gonna be someone there just waving at you with a phone. It's not a chick. She's not trying to take a selfie. They're telling you to hurry up and get the hell down, okay? So our next comedian is Hodge. Where is Bill Hodge? Woo! Bill Hodge. Bill Hodge. Bill Hodge. Bill Hodge. You weren't there right now. I was looking for you all over the place. Oh my God. We were on the back, and I was like, have you guys seen Bill Hodge? And then everybody pointed to Jerry Gotze for some reason. And they're like, oh, it's that guy. I'm like, no, you guys got the wrong white guy. Get ready for a train wreck.
Taller than that guy. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am Bill Hodge, and are you having a great time tonight? Yeah! You are? Okay. Can you hear me back there? All right, very good. Okay, well, here we are in Imperial Valley, as Jack would say, where it gets so hot, not even the fucking sun wants to come out. All right? You know, I see you looking at me. I see it. Of course, I'm right up here. Okay. I know, but I want to get this right out on the table, ladies and gentlemen. I am not puro gabacho or gringo. No, I am half Mexican. Mi mamá, Corinne Sofía Figueroa de Sonora. Okay? Viva la raza. Sí se puede, sí se puede. That's what you I'm so tired of that one. Sí se puede, sí se puede. I am half Mexican. I am this half. The good half. Oy, 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 cabrón. Ay, mamacita. Ay, bésame right here, baby. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to know that my comedy set is rated R. The word fuck is in it. And, but if we were in London, England, you know where that's at. Here comes the king and God. They both hang out together. If we were there, oh, you don't like the God joke? I thought that was very funny. Okay, anyway, if we were there, the word fuck wouldn't be so insulting. No, it would not be, trust me. Have you ever heard the British say fuck? Okay, all right, let me try to prove this to you by continuing with my further adventures of Jules and Julia, Eric. Okay, and it goes something like this. Oh, Julia, would you like to fuck? Oh yes, Jules, please fuck me. And Julia, would you like for me to suck your pussy? Oh yes. Very good, then we shall go to the kitchen table, and I shall mount you and fuck you like a dog. Oh, Jules, you're such a gentleman. I am a former social science teacher, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
25, yeah. It's amazing how long I last. 25 years, high school. And yes, I was heavily medicated. Medication time. In school, there are very many bright students, you know that. But there are also some students that just don't pay attention. Not at all. Picture this, in my classroom, my students are studying feverishly, right, for U.S. history final exam. And one student yells out, "Hey, Mr. Hodge, it was the Americans that bombed Pearl Harbor, right?" Oh, fuck. Jimmy, come over here. Okay. Fucking Americans bomb Pearl Harbor. Fucking, you stupid dumb shit. Jimmy, what the fuck is the matter with you? Huh? It wasn't the Americans that bombed Pearl Harbor. It was the Japanese. You know the Japanese? Oh, cowboy, John Wayne. Oh, giddy up. Those guys. For God's sakes, get it right. It's a bitch getting old. It really is. I'm there now. I hate it. 32, B-cup bra. I've got some of you bitches beaten, yeah? And I am losing my ass. Eric, you understand this, don't you? When you wake up in the morning, the worst thing you want to happen is your ass is gone. It's caved in like an elephant. Have you ever seen that? But what it really is bad is, can you imagine being super old? God bless them, but look. My whole body aches right down to my toenails. And I take different pills. For instance, I take pills to shit. I take pills to stop shitting. For 3 days, I haven't had a bowel movement. And my granddaughter, God bless her, and I, we won't wear diapers. And I try to masturbate, but I fall asleep with my dick in my hand. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Give it up for Mayor from Mexico.
All right, let's give it a hand to Bill. Talking about his personal life and stuff. All right, that's cool. All right. Next up, the meeting out here, and I need to have an announcement. We have $2 tacos. They're right outside. You're more than welcome to go outside, purchase them, and then come back in, okay? You have to stay behind the glass window there. You can come in here. Our next contestant, next comedian here is Heck Dog. Come on, let's give him a hand. All right. And just a little bio, me and Heck Dog grew up in the same neighborhood, right? We all got chased in the same hood.
What's up, y'all? My name is Heck Dog the Mexican. Hey.
No way, really?
Yeah, my name is Heck Dog the Mexican, if you didn't know this. And, damn. Have you guys ever been to Mexicali yet?
Yes.
They call that shit now Africali. You guys see what more? I didn't know they had black people in Mexicali. That shit was like a culture shock to me. I'm like, what the fuck? You guys ever seen the movie Ghost when the motherfuckers die, the evil person dies, and the shadows just come out? What the fuck? I just died and I'm a bad person, bro. Them motherfuckers is chilling. Where they from? Hades? Not no more. Them motherfuckers from Africali now. Shit. I see one of the motherfuckers just chilling. Smoking a fraco and shit. So I roll up on him. What's up, dog? Where can I get some weed at? That motherfucker got up and said, I can you jump up. Motherfucker, what's up? So then after he gave me the weed and shit, I'm walking to the park, right? And guess what I see? Another motherfucker in Africali. Check this motherfucker out. He had a gordita, a Mexican gordita with him now. Strolling around the motherfucking park, dog. Hey, that's not his arm, that's his penis around her motherfucker. That motherfucker had both hands in his pocket and shit. Hey, the gordita sitting like this. What the fuck? Hey, stop making that. Hey, my name is Heck Dog, and that's all the time I got, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Have a good show.
Good job, man.
All right. Again, we have tacos for $2. I know. Let's tell me.
I want to see Heck Dog.
And the restrooms are 50 cents, so make sure you guys get some quarters there. Our next contestant is Rudy Rocha. Ready? Oh, he's all calm. He's like, I need a negro to help me get up. All right. How's everyone doing? So, the other night, I was watching TV late at night, eating something light. Double quarter pounder with cheese. It's my favorite thing. And this commercial comes out. It's the Feed the Children commercial. I don't know if you guys seen it. It has that little African kid. You know, he's looking at you while you're eating. I'm already, in my third chili dog in. He has flies. He has lagañas. It's pretty sad. And I start and I think, man, this guy, he's not going to be able to enjoy ever in his life eating chili cheese fries from hamburger stand at 2 in the morning like I do. But, at least his dad loves him. But in reality, what I feel like they should have the Don't Feed This Child commercial. And in that commercial, they'd have an obese kid. And we've all seen this obese kid at the medical office. He's wearing muscle shirt, he has inverted nipples, he has black spots on his cheek, black lines on his neck, and he smells like perro mojado. You guys know that smell. He has the face that only a mother can love. Seeing that actually in my childhood, if I would have seen that, I think it would have changed my life. I don't know, maybe my dad would have stuck around. So, you gotta appreciate life, guys. You gotta appreciate the fat guys, okay? Because of us,
the economy is stable. It's as stable as it ever was. Okay, but because of us, we got the 2 for $5 Big Mac Mondays. Okay, and I know you guys are there on Monday. We got the $5 munchie meals at Jack in the Box. We got these guys competing. And we make skinny people feel good, believe it or not. You know, one of the cool things about being fat is that you learn survival skills growing up. There's things that skinny people don't understand. For example, me, I know what chairs to avoid. Okay? So if you ever experience an actual guy, the fat guy that breaks the chair, that guy just barely became fat. Okay? You know, he's the guy that in high school was like a jock, you know, Mr. Popular. Now he has 6 kids and he's miserable. So, you know, I feel there's moral responsibility to teach this guy how to live like a fat guy. You know, I know what underwear to buy. Okay? I know boxers don't work for fat guys, and anybody that's fat here knows you gotta wear briefs. You got the whole the rosado issue. I mean, it can get really bad. You know, and the worst thing is, you know, when you're telling your friends, hey man, you know what, I think I've gained weight. And they agree with you. That's when you know you got issues. Thank you guys.
Someone give him a hug.
Roshan, let's go ahead again. All right, our next person up here, check this out. How nerd is this? They tell the guy, get a little paper and write a whole bio and give you a whole sheet. Like he wrote like his address, his blood type and everything. I'm like, dude, it's just a little bio for her. He's the co-host of DAIV Nerds. The guy that called when Vin Diesel is playing an overweight character and his double needs a double. Like, laugh, that's what he's behind. And the real reason this event sold out. I'm trying. I tried.
He's trying to call me the same time.
How's it going, everybody? Well, the other day we had a power outage in my neighborhood, and you know, I did the most obvious thing anybody would do. I called my cable company and I'm like, hey, you know what? My Wi-Fi's down. And the lady hung up on me, and I could tell I wasn't the first one to call. You know, because we as our generations are more worried about Wi-Fi than we are about electricity. So, you know, it's like, and I mean, even our kids, you know, the internet is so addictive. We got our kids, you know, addicted to this shit. We're raising like crack babies, you know. And anytime we're going out anywhere, my kid's like, oh, does your friend have internet? The other day I told him, no, he doesn't. He's like, what, is he fucking Amish or what? And then he's like, you know what, I'm gonna leave my tablet, I'm gonna go get my butter churner. I wanna blend in with the You know, it's funny, like, the other day I saw this grandma and she's like, oh, my grandson, he's so smart. He knows how to use the tablet and the phone. And you're like, oh lady, your daughter is in the phone like 8 hours a day, that's why she's mimicking what she does, you know? You shared a video of this monkey, you know, on the phone, so it's the same thing, you know? Like, so you think that that monkey on Facebook is a genius because you know how to use a tablet? No, it's just, they're just mimicking what we do. And even like, things like simple things that we do now, you know, technology has taken the fun out, like taking a picture, a group picture. And notice I said picture, because whenever, you know, we have people around and they're like, oh, let's take a group picture. They take like 1,000 pictures, you know? Because it's like, oh no, he's not looking at the camera. Or, you know, he's doing something else. You know, it's crazy. Before we used to take one picture because it costs us money, you know? It was like, you bought those disposable cameras, you took them to Walmart, get them you know, developed and shit. We were more efficient, you know. You pick somebody in the group like, hey, you take the picture. And it's always that, you know, your cousin's boyfriend, you know, la más puta. Because you know that fucker was only in the family for a couple of weeks, 2 or 3, you know. And then she's gonna get somebody else, you know. I mean, yes. And then even like with pictures, we got to know people. Because we always had that piojoso in the family. You know, or your tío the perv. So like every picture, you had the piojoso, and then the perv looking at somebody's cleavage, you know? It's crazy, you know, the things that we miss from that technology is taken away from us. And even like, you got to like, when you develop your film, it was like a puzzle. Because every time you cut somebody's head off in the first picture, right? Every time. So you would go back to all the pictures and you're like, okay, let's match your head with the body. You know, it's a puzzle. You know? But, yeah, the other day I was taking a picture with my wife. And we were at our tia's house. And she's like, oh, let's take a picture. And she would take a picture, and like she would move a little bit. Take another picture, and she took like 50 pictures of me and her, just, you know, selfies. And the next day, I was looking through the pictures, like, babe, you took 50 in the first 2, you know, we came out good. But yeah, but look at the background, I'm like, what's wrong with the background? There's pictures of your cousin in the background. And then she's like, yeah, I hate that bitch. So now I was like, now you were moving, I know why you were moving to the side because you wanted to block the pictures in the background, right? And I'm like, well, you brought me to that wall, you know, you wanted to take pictures in that wall, knowing that there was your cousins and pictures in the background. Yeah, but there's good lighting in that wall, you know? And I don't know what the thing is with, you know, girls taking all these pictures. They take like 1,000 pictures, and then they put all these filters on. You end up looking, all of the girls end up looking at the fucking Kardashians. Not the Kardashian, the Kardashian, you know? Even the men in the pictures, they end up looking like Caitlyn Jenner in the picture, you know? It's like, you know, they take all these pictures and it's like, dude, like, what for? You're not doing anything, but it's like this competition to upload it and see who puts the most filters on them and look the best, you know? And even technology is making us like look a little bit lazy and you know, not smart, like making us dumber. The other day, my son's like, hey, Dad, can you help me out with this math problem? And I looked at the problem, I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do a fucking math work. So I got my phone and I'm like, okay, Google, what's 1 plus 1? I can only imagine a future episode of Dora, right? Dora comes out in a hoverboard. The hoverboard's struggling, right? Because she's gained so much weight because she gave up walking. You know, she gave up walking. She's like, fuck it, I have a hoverboard. And, you know, Boots, her partner, he died of the fucking, you know, one of her hoverboards, you know, caught fire and he died. So she's like, hola, soy Dora. Today we're going to my abuelita's house. You guys want to join me? And then comes out the map. On the map, on the map. And Dora's like, shut the fuck up. Can't you see I'm listening to Siri? She's telling me where to go my abuelita's house. You fucking obsolete piece of shit. I'm gonna shut you one of these days. Thank you guys. Let's give a hand. We want to give a shout out again to our sponsors, Fidel Ponce Real Estate. He left already, all right. Okay, let's give a Radco, where you at? All right. To Mag Collision is in the house tonight. Master Clean. What happened? What did I do? Clean the whole freaking table off there. You got a girl sitting with you, what happened? Like, no game? Oh, all right. Let's give another good hand to our sponsor, Mary Perry. Mary Perry, the host. And another one to Mr. Hilroya. All right. Okay, our next contestant, Enrique Martinez. There you are. Dude, you're next to me all day. All right, let's give a hand, Enrique Martinez. What's up, my Centro? Come on, I can't hear you, man. Come on, bring it up, El Centro. That's right, the fucking U.S. capital of fucking unemployment. That's what you fucking are. Give yourself a hand, man. That's pretty good. Yeah, the last time I was here, I bombed. I don't know if you heard the story, but raise your hand if you were here the last time I was here. I bombed. I still feel like shit. It doesn't matter. I swear this fucking stage got smaller and I got fatter. I mean, that shit, check it out. I'm a fat Academy Award. It's hard, man. It's a tough gig. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. I was up here the last time and it was just brutal. Oh yeah, thanks for the picture to make it more uncomfortable. It was just brutal. Do you know how difficult it is to come back up here after you fucked up? I mean, you can think of all the things you want to think, and once you're up here, you forget everything. It just doesn't work anymore. It doesn't. Anyways, the other day, I just woke up. I was having a nightmare, and I woke up, and I was actually I was having a stream, and I was trying to make a deal with death. I was trying to bring back Chris Cornell. Because my fucking depression was at this point where this was the only guy that was hooking it up with this music. So I'm talking to Death, I was like, hey, just bring the guy back, please. Just do whatever you have to. I'll tell you what, I'll make a deal with you. Take the fucking Kardashians, all of them, fucking Joey, Zoe, all of them. Come on, man, I'll make you a kick-ass deal. I'll fucking throw in both Caitlyn and Bruce Jenner. Fuck it. 2 for 1. You can't lose, man. Come on, you really can't. I'll tell you what, these bitches have so much plastic on them, you can fucking recycle them and get your fucking money back. Come on, just make me a deal. I need this guy back in my life, man, because times are hard, I mean. Right here with the unemployment, everything's just fucking horrible. Where else do you get 15 fucking guys competing for $200? Really, come on. Really, it's just like, I had to use my name fucking Enrique because the fucking IRS might take fucking half my check if I win. I can't fucking walk up here and say I'm Henry. Everybody fucking come down on me, so, you know. Yeah, it's just brutal, and then when I got home the last time, I kind of fucked up here, and I went home and I was down. I went and visited my mom, and she's like, how'd it go upstairs? I was like, fuck, Mom, I bombed. It was fucking horrible. And she's like, I'm like, Mom, what the fuck do you mean, You said I was funny. Well, I said you were good looking too. My mom is fucking brutal. I mean, I put on some weight, she gives me shit, and she constantly just feeding me and feeding me. I'm like, Mom, what the fuck? Are you trying to sell me by the pound? What the fuck are you doing? Every time I go visit, she gives me shit. I try to tell my brother. I tell my brother, fuck, dude, I fucking gained weight. My brother's like, how many pounds did you gain? My mom in the background was like, all of them. Oh, shit, she's just horrible. She just doesn't lay off. I took her to Dollar Tree, and we're at Dollar Tree, and I never gotten off. So I get off, and I'm like looking around. What the fuck, everything in here's $1. I really didn't know until like a few weeks ago that everything was $1. And I'm like, when we walk out, I'm like, hey, fine. Did you know everything in there was $1? And she's like, sí, pendejo, what do you think? I go, I thought everything was $3. You always tell me, hey, llévame a la $3. It's just everything, man. With my mom, it's constant, just non-stop brutality. The other day, we went into McDonald's, and I've taken her to McDonald's fucking 50 million times. And she's like, what do they have? And Mom, you always get the same shit. And just to fuck with her, I'm like, okay, that fucking McSopes, fucking tamales, menudo, what do you want? She goes, ay, pendejo, get that shit out. You know what I want? I go, why do you ask me what they want? You know, typical of women, they always do the same shit. Never know what to eat, never know where to go. But then when you pick, you're fucked. Yeah, my mom just does that shit. Yeah, that's right. Let's pick on the women a little bit. Like the fucking eyebrows. The fucking eyebrows. That's, I don't give a fuck. That is visual terrorism. We gotta keep it to 1 fucking Sharpie per eyebrow. I mean, I literally started a fucking foundation. It was fucking Sharpies for cholas. Because this shit is out of control. And then you tell something, it's like, ay, cadera, oh. Yeah, the other day I went into a restaurant. And this guy, his fucking eye was just straying all over the place. And you know that awkward feeling when you're trying to look at somebody that has one eye just, it's like a North Korean missile with the guidance system all fucked up. It's just everywhere. And it's difficult to look at the good eye. And that's what you gotta do. You gotta look at the eye that's looking at you. You gotta focus on that. I mean, just really try to focus, but it's hard. It's almost like, fuck, I don't know, it's like if your wife is there, and there's a hot naked chick, and you're just like fucking sweating, trying not to look to the side, and that eye will fucking tempt you. That eye is just wandering everywhere. You're wandering everywhere, and all of a sudden, you start thinking shit, funny shit, like, fuck, I don't know, the price is right. Like the showdown, the fucking wheel, and you're looking at the eye, hoping it's gonna come back and line up. And when it finally does, you're like, yes, like you fucking won something or some shit like that. It's just horrible, man. Anyways, that's my time. Thank you. Great to be back.
Enrique Ortiz, give a hand. All right. Okay. Our next listen up. Check this out. Don't get all weird here, okay? The next person coming up, he's a pastor. That's right. That's right. He's a pastor. He's a writer. He's a retired CSI. He's a husband. Hey, it's all true. He's a pastor. He can't lie, man. Come on. All right? He's a husband, a father, a grandfather, and he's retired from the Imperial County office. Wait, Imperial County Sheriff's Office. He's a co-pastor from Remnant Church in El Centro. That's the church that I attended. And he has been married to the same drop-dead gorgeous blonde for 36 years. All right. Ladies, you gotta add some points on that. All right? All right? You got other guys messing up on your eyebrows. I did not point at you, Mary. I pointed at the girl over here. Sorry. Let's give a hand to Jerry Gotzi. That's it, he's done.
This stage is not fat guy. ¿Dónde está el baño? Yo quiero 2 tacos y 2 tamales. Tú tienes una cara de perro. Everybody else is speaking Spanish. I just figured I'd get mine out of the way. That's all I got. You know, I've lived a bizarre life. I grew up, remember Weebles? Weebles Wobble? Weebles Wobble, but they don't fall down. I grew up, my mom was a human Weeble. 5 foot 2.5, and don't you forget the half. Little silver of a woman, as wide around as she was tall up and down. And you know what? She raised 3 boys all by herself in the ghetto of South Central LA. And she was tough. She had to be. She had us as kids. When I was 16 years old, I towered above her. I'm standing in our trailer. Yes, trailer. Standing in our trailer, and I said, you know what? Just shut up. Oh, no. Before I knew what happened, she reared back and gave me a Johnny Bolo punch right to the stomach. And when I bent over because it hurt, she took both her hands and hit me in the back of the head and knocked me to the ground. She put her little chubby weeble foot on my chest, and she said, I may not be able to spank you, but I'll kill you if you ever talk to me that way again. And I believed her. I believed her. She was always trying to get us to bond, you know, my brothers and I. Like, I want to bond with these morons. She bought us a dartboard. Now, look, here's a hint from your Uncle Jared. Don't give children little pointy projectiles that they can hug at each other, because that's what they're going to do. We threw the darts at each other almost as much as we threw them at the dartboard. There was a Milky Way constellation around the dartboard where we missed the dartboard because we were not very good shots. So I played with my brother Greg one time, who, by the way, is probably psychotic, but we're not sure. And I already beaten Greg, so I told him, don't throw anything, I'm going up, and I'm going to get my darts. You already see this coming. I walk forward, and all of a sudden I feel this thunk in the back of my head, and I knew exactly what happened. I turn around and I look at him, and his fight or flight instinct kicked in. And he wasn't going to fight, he was going to flight, so he ran. So here I am, chasing my brother, 2 little pudgy kids, running through the house, chasing each other, and one of us has a dart in the back of the head. So he goes and he hides behind my mom, and she's got her little chubby body there, she arms out. She says, what happened? Now, my mom didn't really care what happened. She just, like any other mom, she just wanted us to shut up and leave her alone. So I literally pulled the dart out of my head. Greg threw this at me. She said, he didn't mean to. Of course he meant to. He's an idiot, Mom. You raised him. So I did what I felt like I had to do, because there's no way I was getting justice any other way. So I reached through her arm and I punched him in the stomach. I got spanked. How does a loving God fit into that? I get a dart in the back of the head, I get spanked. Now my mom, she would use whatever was nearby to spank us with. A coat hanger, a Buick, Hot Wheels tracks. That was a weapon of choice, Hot Wheel tracks. Spank you with a Hot Wheel track, and you get these little super highway welts up and all over your thigh and your bottom. She spanks me, I'm laying down on the bed crying because I got a beating. And my brother Tim, who should have known better, gets a car and he's rolling it across the highway up back of my thighs. And I think to myself, I probably should kill him, but if I do, I'm getting spanked again. When I was in 6th grade, I decided to get in a fight with a high school kid. Here's what I figured. I figured, I'll get a couple of shots in. I'll do it right in front of my house. Get a couple of shots in. I'll be a hero in the neighborhood. My mom will come out and stop the fight. I'll be golden. I'll go to school and say, you know what? I'd have really whipped him, but my mom came out and saved his life. So I start going after this kid, and I'm talking trash. Finally, I say something about his mama, and the fight is on. I got some little weak sister punching. Evidently, he made the judgment that all of my internal organs were in the wrong places. And he was going to beat me and give me all of the help that I needed, the medical help that I really needed so badly. So he starts thumping me. I mean, he's beating me bad. He's a high school kid. I look through the screen door to find, where's my mom? You know, my mom should be out here. She's watching me through the screen door. She's looking through the screen door, watching me get my butt kicked. And I don't know what to do at that point. Mom's not going to save me. Then the kid gets me on the ground, he grabs my head like a cassava mill, and he can start banging it on the concrete. And then my mom comes out. Now, she's a few minutes late, in my opinion. She comes running out, she grabs me by the arm, pulls me in the house. And she says, all right, now I'm going to spank you. Wait a second. You just watched me get my behind kicked, and you're going to spank me? She said, yes, I'm going to teach you a lesson. Here's the lesson I learned. Weebles are untrustworthy. And my brother Greg's not the only psychotic in my house. Thanks a lot. God bless you.
Worship. He's very godly, guys. Give him a hand. You see? He's a pastor. He did not cuss. He did not. He was all legit. Remember, we got tacos for $2. And also make sure you guys put like a like on the What's Up Comedy page on Facebook. Matter of fact, do it right now. I'm not gonna get off until do it right now, right? Just get off. No, put a like on the thing. Come on.
Is one of the requirements for the comedians to be bald or overweight? That's everyone to be bald or overweight.
Hey, look. You're not that bad off either, homie. You're one of the judges. Come on.
Yes, I am bald and overweight. You got me.
Our next comedian up here. He's from Africali. Right? He has a TV show, Venegas, and he's darker just like me, but funnier. Let's give him a hand to Gerardo Venegas.
Buenas noches. Qué buena onda que vinieron ahora. Y qué bueno que me tocó ser el 10º porque ya andan medio pedos y están a reír de cualquier pendejada. Y veo que trajeron a las esposas. A ver, ¿quién trajo a la esposa? ¿A la esposa de quién trajiste tú, cabrón? Yo creo que sea la tuya, ¿eh? Bueno, muchos saben que tengo un programa de televisión I know everybody speaks English right here, pero se chinga y yo hablo español. Y iba a decir, como ahorita pasó un pastor, voy a tener que cambiar todo y hablar de chichis, pitos y coger, pero pues, por respeto al Señor lo voy a cambiar todo. Ahora voy a hablar de tetas, bicholas y... bueno, todos me conocen, bueno, mucha gente me conoce. Y me pasan cosas curiosas por mi trabajo, ¿no? Porque el otro día estaba en el gimnasio. Sí, voy al gimnasio, güey. Los lunes hago brazo y el resto de la semana panza, cabrón. Es lo más fácil que puedo hacer, ¿no? Pero estaba haciendo acá mis pesas, ¿no? Acá chingón yo. Y llegó una morra y me dice, yo te conozco. O sea, huevos, ahí en la tele. Sí, yo te conozco. Y le digo, ah, sí, qué buena onda. ¿Tú trabajas en el... Pero la verdad, fíjense ustedes que la teta natural tiene algo que no nos pueden dar las tetas de las jovencitas. Miren, cuando uno ya tienes a tu mujer de 45 años, ya te puedes bajar al sótano y a la vez que estás acá, estás chupando pezón y clítoris. Eso no te lo va a dar una joven, cabrón. O sea, estás acá y clítoris, pezón. O sea, algo bien. Esos son lujos que nomás te puede dar una mujer ya de 50 años. Todos tenemos un trauma, y sobre todo los hombres de niños. Los supositorios, cabrón. ¿Qué es eso que te levanten a las 2 de la mañana a meterte algo en el culo, güey? Todas las mujeres se voltearon a ver eso. A mí todavía me pasa, güey. Fíjense que estando allá viendo trabajar a mis compañeros, dije 5 minutos, güey. Ahora entiendo por qué mi mujer se le hace bien poquito, cabrón. Pero, en fin, no, son cosas que pasan. Pero algo que también yo le quiero recomendar a toda la gente que tiene a su pareja, ¿no? Usen los juguetes sexuales, cabrón. Es lo mejor usar juguetes, güey. Ayer le metí a mi vieja una Barbie en el culo, güey. El pedo sepa sacarla, güey. Abrió los brazos, güey. No podía, güey. El pinche Barbie adentro así, güey. Ya cuando la saqué, la pinche Barbie salió así, güey. Ay, me chingas, cabrón. Era rubia, güey, con el pelo castaño, cabrón. La verdad que hay otro misterio cuando uno es niño y te mandaban con un papelito doblado tu mamá, güey. Y te decían, no lo abras hasta que llegues con el señor de la tienda y se lo das. Entonces, ¿qué dirá esta madre, güey? ¿Qué será este misterio tan grande, güey? Y llegabas y se lo dabas al señor y lo abría el señor. Y lo tiraba, güey, así hasta lo quemaba. Venía con una caja, güey, envuelto en periódico, güey. Y te la daba y tú ibas, la abriré poquito, la chingada, ¿pero qué? No, pero le tenía respeto a tu mamá, cabrón. Ahora no es, viejo, tráeme unos cótex de alitas y la chingada. Pero antes era un trauma eso. Gracias, buenas noches y que se sigan divirtiendo.
All right. Our next comedian up here. He's a Buffalo's Bill fan. Should I continue or just he's the model from Westmoreland. All right, and he's seeking for a representation. Let's give it up for Jesse Enriquez. What's up, everybody? So, let's give it up to Juan for setting this all up, right? He recently messaged me, he's like, hey, I like your bit, just tone down the F word a little bit. I'm like, unfucking believable, this vato. I told him to fuck off. I'm just kidding. So, I was living in the 80s. I just went to the bathroom and there was a fucking big ass pube on the fucking toilet seat. And I didn't see it until I was about to sit down. My stomach's a little fucked up. I'm a little nervous.
But as I'm sitting down, the motherfucker gets stuck to my junk, right? So I kind of pull up my junk, right? And I'm gonna blow it off, you know? I close my eyes and make a wish. I'm humming the fucking happy birthday song in my head. I'm like, you see it go like slow motion. It lands on my shoe. I'm a firm believer in things happen for a reason. So I got it. I put it in my pocket. It's my new lucky charm. The good thing I'm not nervous tonight. I'm picturing all of you naked. I'm hoping all of you are doing the same. Gil, my eyes are up here. Alright? And I'm a socially awkward person. I'm the person that, like, you see me in town and shit, I'm like, hey, how you doing? We're talking. Oh, okay, so how you been? I'll say how you been about 3 times in a row and shit. I'm terrible at conversation. I just told my barber today, I asked him, he's like, hey, you have the day off? Yeah, I do have the day off. How about you? He's at work. My doctor the other day, I had a doctor's appointment. He's like, so what do you do for a living? We're talking. I'm like, so what do you do for a living? Dumbass. The other day I got a speeding ticket. I'm like, thank you. I'm terrible at conversation. I'm surprised I'm not nervous. Alright, what's in this stuff? What's up with dating nowadays? Like, dating is terrible. Yeah, anybody ever been on a dating site? No? Nobody wants to admit that shit, huh? I was on Tinder, I don't give a fuck. Swiping and shit. I saw you on there. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, anybody could look good with good lighting and dog ears. That's deceiving. Girls they're getting very creative with these angles and shit. With the right filter and some kissy face lips, a 5 could be a solid 7. An 8 with cleavage. Am I right? Oh, you guys don't want to laugh because they're wives and shit. You know he'd be liking himself either.
It wasn't a girl.
Hey, as long as her dick ain't bigger than mine, I ain't sure. Hey, you guys, all of us, we got gay with our homies, right? I know what you guys do. You be walking in front of your homies, and you smack you on the ass. Get it, boy. Get it. You like that shit? So when the girlfriend touches your, ooh.